All right, welcome to another episode of Robin the Coach. Today I'm here with Mr. David Pemberton, a good friend of mine who found each other through some mutual friends and kind of a group of guys. David has got just an amazing and wonderful history working with churches, very much into leadership development, and that's played out in a lot of really cool ways. David, I was just kind of hoping that you could kind of tell us and come on the show today and tell us how have you used your leadership to better men and kind of more advance the causes that you believe in?
Well, one of the things I believe in is that guys and women need to use the gifting that they have naturally, and so I try to help you find that. How do you lead according to just your natural abilities and gifting in that? And I just see leaders do a lot better when they don't try to lead according to their left hand if they're a right-handed person. Mm-hmm. So bringing out those strengths and giftedness.
Wonderful. Well said. I like that left-hand, right-hand analogy. So many times we're dominant, obviously, kind of overly so. How have you seen that play out in your life and maybe some of the experiences and exercises I've had you go through to kind of push you over from one side to the other?
Right. Well, there's a whole set of leadership laws that are out there that we're supposed to follow or play by, or rules or guidelines. What's the playing field? If you can't do this, you're not a leader. You get that a lot sometimes, or at least I have. And so I think for our time together, you kind of helped me get unstuck from that stuff. Is probably the word I would use. Being formatted and having to play within a certain realm, instead of being free to investigate all the different arenas that my gifting could be used. And so you kind of helped me, launch from that, remove those boundaries a little bit. Not to where they're unrealistic. Yeah. But be able to play maybe in a bigger field.
Oh, that's so beautiful. That's so beautiful. That's one of the brilliant things about coaching is that coaches don't have all the answer. We're not advisors. We're not mentors. And I think those roles are beautiful. The thing about coaching is we're kind of an accountability structure. We hear things that you say, and the words reveal everything. And we catch those words and we feed them back to you. We say, hey, David, you just really limited yourself in that statement. Is that really what you believe? And if so, is that a complementary belief structure to the things that we've kind of mapped out of where you want to go and who you want to be? Speaking of mind mapping, that's another question, David, I want to get your opinion on. You see behind us on the board, we've kind of mapped out a lot of things. This is a bit general in nature, but pretty common to kind of what we're doing.
Yeah, pretty accurate.
Can you speak about that?
Well, I mean, I'm a list guy, or at least I was a list guy.
Right.
That was one thing I got pushed into.
1, 2, 3.
You sit me down with a piece of paper, and I'm just starting to go 1, 2, 3, 4. When I've forgotten what 1 is, and I got to go back and look at it, and there's there's no territory to play in, so to speak, or no expansion maybe of that, unless you just keep adding to the list. And so when you put it up like this for me, you were right. You said my mind would be open to all the different possibilities, and that's what happened. It's just like all of a sudden this picture just exploded. And I was like, wait, I can go from there to here, and then I can take this and go way out here. It's like this tree just started to branch and everything for me. So it was huge. I mean, that's part of the things that I talk about getting unstuck. Right, moving from a list to massive possibilities.
Massive possibilities. Man, what a great word. What a great word. When I found David, what we did is we kind of put the boundaries here, and he was so involved in beautiful things. A loving wife, responsibility of a father, wonderful titles, roles, things he'd done. That, I guess that left-hand, right-hand thing, we put those good things over in boundaries and then moved over here where he could not be and explore what it meant to not have to be so linear in his thinking. And we took one core idea, and it can be any idea, and map out from there to kind of do some various things and play on a better stage.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. Most definitely. Or at least even finding what that stage is.
Awesome. And the joy that you've experienced since we've been meeting?
Yeah, there's been just a lot of, freedom to do this. Is probably the word I would say. I don't know if I've felt free to really go here.
Yeah.
In the past, and so, or at least not of late.
Right.
And so, in this season of my life, you kind of helped open that door again of being creative, imaginative, what could play out dream again is a good word for me. That kind of got stifled. So being able to uncork that and let that go again.
So did you hear that, folks? It was stifled dreams. It was uncorked. It was unstuck. I really had no solutions. All of this beauty, all of this truth was inside them. To just have a guy come along, sometimes it, grab your arm and say, "You're coming," exactly, and just create that shift. So I'm so proud of you. I appreciate you coming on the show and just going in front of everybody. Your testimony will do a lot. It saddens me, as I know we've talked about this, how many, especially men, we just have a real heart for men that are just living lives of, I think it's, silent desperation that was poetically said. And I was once one of those men, and David, you probably were at times as well. And to have a guy or a coach come alongside and travel together over a short period of time. I mean, we've met about 4 times.
Yeah.
And to experience that breakthrough is beautiful. So,
you've done for me what I want to do for others too, and that's to get them unstuck. That's to get them down the road. That's to help progress. We're always pushing towards progress for somebody, and you've definitely done that for me in these areas.
So to kind of close up here, what's next in the world of David Pemberton?
Well, we're still progressing. We're walking. We're continuing to mind map, and I don't have conclusions at this point. But I'm seeing down the road things that could be possibilities. Fantastic. And that is life-giving.
Fantastic. Awesome. Guys, you can catch all of this and more shows to come at robinthecoach.com. And you can also catch up with Mr. David Pemberton at wiredtolead.com, where he's going to have some more brilliant content coming out, got some really good coaching and counseling on a lot of various levels too. So reach out and say hello to my good friend David. Hey, thanks so much. See you next time.